Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Today's a big day. Today, the two loves of my life are finally coming together. The Blue Store and her.
Hi, I get second on that list.
Wow, the two loves of my life.
My wife and the Blue Store, but I do appreciate it. Your two loves are coming together.
So if you don't know by now, we are way off in the deep end on a home renovation, and that means one thing. My favorite thing and my favorite thing have to work together now to make that happen.
We commingle and it's working out great so far. I mean, she takes all my money, but that's okay. I still get his love.
So anyway, we're gonna go to the Blue Store with Alecia and the gang, and we're gonna start doing Blue Store activities.
Oh my goodness. I know somebody loves this store. Got the Blue Store shirt on, as a matter of fact.
I mean, when I have to come to the Blue Store, I might as well wear my uniform.
That's right.
You know what's funny is no one's ever acknowledged it in the store.
You're lying.
They probably just think I'm the super fan.
When he walks in, they say, "Are you pushed in, Kevin?"
I'm in over my head. Tearing out kitchen cabinets is way easier than this.
So what are we doing?
We are trying to find a nice stain that looks good with the wall color that we have with the whatever you call this, cedar.
What's it for?
It's for our furniture that we're having made. So we're having a dining room table being made, a bench for that table, and then several other pieces in the house.
Alright.
And he told me to come pick out my stain. It's proving to be difficult. You want to help?
That's what I'm here for. Although I will say, so far, you're not a seasoned Blue Store guy.
I am not.
Because you walk past all the good stuff to get here. See, even Phil knows we walk past all the good stuff.
I am a woman on a mission. I'm not here to look, I'm here to purchase.
So what I've already noticed about you in the Blue Store, whenever we go shopping, I go A to B to C, and you zigzag. Well, in the Blue Store, I zigzag and you go A, B, C, D.
This is true. When we're shopping for clothes or things for the kids, he goes beeline to it. And I'm like, no, we got to check the whole store out. So yes, you're right. So we have 3 selections. We're going to go get a test piece of board and we're going to paint. Oh, we're going to stain this on there. We went with espresso, honey, and Jacobine, I guess is how you pronounce that. So we're kind of going with a light, a medium, and a dark, just to see what we think is going to look best, because the base of our table is going to be a different color. So we need some options to test with the paint color.
My prediction, we'll come back and neither one of these will work.
Guess what? Now we go pick paint color for the base. So these may not work, but this is what I think I want for right now. And my inkling is we're going to end up going with espresso.
We're going with that one.
You think Jacobine?
Yep.
We'll see. Kitchen's done. If only it were that easy, huh?
It is that easy.
One day it'll be done. So yes, there was a color here, not these white cabinets. I have children, I can't use white, but I like this color, which is very similar to what our kitchen cabinets already were. Awesome. You're picking some paint colors, but there's a couple other options. I like this one. It's not gray, but it's blue, but it kind of picks up like a charcoal
There's
gray.
nothing gray in it.
It has gray undertones.
It's one. Go stand next to it.
Do you think this is too blue? Pretty blue. Pretty blue.
Oh, even Mama said pretty blue.
All right, so now to the wall of colors.
So when I was here by myself unsupervised, this is the one that me and the employees thought you liked the best.
Yeah.
And then we actually stole a drawer, the one in the front, and took it to get paint matched, and that's the paint you have at home.
Oh, okay. This looks a lot like probably the color we have. A little lighter is our wall color. I think I want to go just a little bit darker because of the dark appliances, but I don't want it to get too dark. So
there's some right there. Look at this one. This one's a pretty dark.
That's pretty too. Yeah. Yeah,
Look.
that one's pretty.
Look, I know that you need to understand it. Look, see, I told you I work here.
Yeah, that's pretty.
This is the one we were looking at, though. So you can decide. Don't focus on the design.
Right.
The design is choosable also.
Hold on, I will. Hold on. Be right back. Look, it's almost the same color.
So, you want to hear a funny story?
Yes.
See what you're doing right there?
Yeah.
Me and 14 Lowe's employees did this exact same thing the other day because it was all men and we had to go get a woman to come over here and look at us.
You know what? Nobody's offering to come help today because we got 3 little kids with us and they're like, I ain't getting in that chaos.
So me and like 5 dudes were staring at it and we couldn't agree which one matched. So we had to get women involved and they couldn't agree either. So we just took it to the paint booth and they color matched it.
Many options.
So I came here by myself and I was overwhelmed, and now that I've showed you about this, so this is everything you can choose. You can choose anything you want. The fronts, the backs, the finish, the overlay, the half overlay, the custom insert overlays. Guess what?
Everything.
I'm gonna leave you here and I'll come back in 2 to 4 weeks and you can tell me which ones you don't like.
We don't have 2 to 4 weeks. We gotta do this. Oh man, so many options.
You are the most indecisive person I've ever met in my life.
My children made me that way, by the way. I used to be very decisive, and after having kids, I cannot make a decision.
So here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna choose every color you think you have. You're gonna walk over to our appliances and you're gonna hold them next to appliances.
Okay, I recently just found out that diamond is not the paint color. That's what I thought we were getting. Diamond is the brand, so I'm learning. I also learned this little tag means we can get it quick. So we're gonna put this one back and maybe consider this one because we need things quick. Okay, so we tried to come and find a black stainless steel appliance. They do not have one in stock in the store, but they have this handy little sample chart here and it has our color here. So we've got black stainless steel. It does look a little chrome here because there is a bright light up top, but we've narrowed it down. We've got 3 choices left. So we have this. Oh, we should go get, hold on.
We have Phil.
We have Phil. Okay, so here's our current color, which to me feels super light. So we're gonna park that right there. This one's one of our darker options. I personally think that looks great. Here, let's get a prettier side. There's the second option. It's okay.
Is that kind of the middle color?
Kind of the middle, I think. Or maybe the, yeah, and I think this was one of the lighter ones.
They're all starting to look great to me.
I know, they all start blending in. So, I think what you do is you go get a test sample of each of these 3. And then you take it home and you sand one of these down. And then we figure out, does it look good?
We don't have a black piece of appliance at home to
I
compare
know,
it to.
but we could see if it looks good with like the granite and stuff. I don't know. It's my first time.
I feel like you're such a rookie at blue store stuff.
What are we doing?
This is why you come back 14 times.
So which one's your favorite? Here, let's put them all together.
Man, they're complete. Like that one on your right is totally like dark blue. The one in the middle is kind of like a medium blue, and this is a gray. When you see them all next to each other, yes, like on camera. Well, I'm looking through the camera.
Oh, okay.
So it's blue, medium blue, and then gray.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the one I'm holding, but I also kind of like. Oh.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Like that looks blue now. Okay, look through the camera.
I think it looks charcoal.
Now we're gonna. Whoa. Okay, so maybe we need to go to the eye doctor next.
Could be. Let's go put these up against the one that I liked on the island, and then maybe we'll go get some samples. It's very interesting because when we brought this sample home, I thought it was so similar to our current cabinets. Nothing like it at all.
So now that one looks super dark. That one looks grayish, and that one actually looks like pretty close to the same color.
Right.
There we go. What do you think, Ashlyn? Which one?
Which one do you think looks best?
That's what we already have. Oh, middle one or that one? What's wrong with that one?
I think it's not matching the color.
Oh, we're not trying to match. We're thinking about which one you like. Which color do you like?
Which one should we paint for our kitchen?
That one.
The first one? You like the dark one?
I kind of don't like that one anymore.
I don't think I like the middle either. Yeah, this one. Let's take that away.
All right, let's
And then there were 2.
3 actually.
oh, well, one's the color we have. So,
Which one do you like?
I still think that I like this one.
You like the dark one? I like them both. I say we already have this sample color at home. We haven't put it on wood yet. It's very similar to this color. We'll take a
It's just a lighter, less blue version.
Right, right. So maybe we get a sample of each of these two, and then we have this one at home, and we see what it does with our granite. But I think either of those is going to look good with the dark appliances, because I don't want the kitchen to be too dark. We just spent a lot of time opening it up. We don't want to make it dark and feel tiny again. So I'm torn. Do we go dark or do we go lighter? Let's get some samples and go home.
So this is the good stuff. You know, while we're waiting for paint to mix, we have to go look at good stuff.
You want to see the good stuff? Here it goes.
This is for future projects. I don't know about this yet.
It is pretty.
So which one would you get?
What about this all blue option? I personally like black with it.
I like this
I think
too.
it looks nice.
Most y'all are probably thinking, that's gonna go in your garage. Nope, it's not going to my garage.
What you doing? You care to tell them why you're looking at that?
More good stuff. So guess what? Remember how we said it's expensive to do a kitchen renovation? It's also very expensive to get beds built for your kids. Like so much so that I was like, I can go buy half of Lowe's and still come out cheaper.
Yeah, even at this cost right here, we'd come out way, way ahead.
So since we're gonna be doing kitchen renovations and now beds and, you know, decking and everything, I feel like I need a proper tool. But wait, there's more.
Oh,
We have a D-wall table saw with table.
A
See
D-
the workbench and everything? So it's like, do I want a miter saw? Do I want the table saw?
does he want them all?
I might develop a woodworking habit.
I'm okay with that.
So two things are about to happen. One, we are about to be the greatest customers of Lowe's. Or two, they're about to hate us because finally someone noticed after all these years of me wearing this inside Lowe's. And the lady goes, what's Team Blue Store? And I was like, you're in it. And so they started asking how we got this t-shirt, and we're like, well, we make a YouTube videos and la la la. And she's like, we want to take your picture. You're the best customers ever. We're gonna send it to corporate. I was like, oh, about that.
In our defense, we did ask, is this copyright infringement? As long as you're not using their brand name or their slogan, you're good to go. So
either Lowe's is about to hook us up with some cabinets, or we're about to have to take these shirts down.
does this mean we just got a Lowe's sponsorship? Wouldn't that be awesome?
Hey, by the way, Lowe's, you can sell these here, and they're not going to afford to buy these cabinets we just looked at.
They're like, you get 1 penny of every shirt sold, sir. Don't get rich quick.
So, you want to know what Alecia just learned? That this is why you have to come to the Blue Store 14 times. Because we came here to look at cabinets, and now we have homework.
I thought I was ordering cabinets today, but apparently that's not how things work. You gotta take it slow and steady.
So we have to go back to the house, do all kinds of measurements, then we come back for round 1 of designing what we want, and that's when Alecia gets to make all the decisions, and I'm sure it's followed by a trip back to the house to see if what she chose will work.
Many trips. In my defense, how many times do you go back and forth to Lowe's every time you start a project? Many, many times. So this was just round 1, and I think we did good. We got some paint samples, we got some stain samples, we got to go pick up a piece of wood to stain, and I kind of know what design I want for the cabinets. Like, I'm very simple. I just like a plain, simple cabinet. I don't need all the fancy extra trim, I don't think. So we'll see where we end up at the end of all this.
We need to look at one more thing.
I also need you to look at 2 more things that are on my list. So we're not quite done yet, but we're done in the cabinet kitchen section. I see we've made it to the expensive aisle. We're now looking at things behind a cage.
Well, everything I'm looking at is way cheaper than what you just looked at.
So what are we looking at here?
Oh, we need a pressure washer, because so many people have told us we need to pressure wash our driveway, and I agree. But we also need a pressure washer because there's so many other things I can use one for.
That's true. So which one are you considering? I like these that have the little
They all have that right now.
slash the prices.
I want the most amount of water I can move in a minute.
Yeah?
At the highest PSI I can have.
Okay. Any brand?
Well.
We had one of these at the lake. What was it?
Well, we had a Husqvarna.
Husqvarna?
I don't see that anymore.
Okay.
But we had a John Deere before that, but they sell that next door at the orange place.
Oh, okay.
So if I go there, I won't tell y'all I didn't went there.
It'll just show up.
Since now I'm sort of halfway officially sponsored by unofficially sponsored by Lowe's. They don't know it yet, but they're about to call me up. I told the lady, I was like, we're such nerds that we went on vacation to the Lowe's Museum in North Wilkesboro, You know what I mean? Like we on our own, we went to a museum about this place.
And we went to go try to find the first ever Lowe's store. So yeah, we're a little bit nerdy when it comes to this, but we're also loyal. So we're gonna look for pressure washers, and perhaps we might buy one for you guys to see in a future video.
What kind of science project you got going on here?
Got my experiment going on. We have painted our little cabinet here. So we've got all 3 of the colors. I think this is the one we already had.
This is the one you thought that you liked at the display.
Yes, that was what the island was at the store that we kept propping the cabinets up on. And then these were the other 2 of the cabinet doors that we had that we thought looked nice with, I'm gonna put my sunglasses on, with the appliance colors. So we're probably gonna have to take those inside and just kind of see how they look on the inside. But then this is all of our stains that we bought. So the top one is espresso, then honey, and Jacobine. This one is surprising to me because the color that I thought I was gonna like, I'm not so sure I like anymore, but I wanna go put it up against our wall, and I wanna take this one inside and just see how it looks outside in the full sunlight versus inside with that lighting. So the paint is the base of our table and then some of the accent pieces of wood on other pieces of furniture that we're making.
Also, this.
Yes, and also
So
this.
that's the main thing, but you're
Yes.
matching everything else.
Yes, so this is for the tabletop, and then it's the main color in all of the other pieces that I am having built for us.
So we don't need that right now. That goes away right now.
Well, I just
Keep
like
it simple.
to see it with
We only want to see kitchen colors right now.
Okay, so I think with this, everything looks good. I'm super shocked about this
By the way,
one.
that is our original color we have right now.
Yeah, so this was our just original cabinet, a little dirty. So that's that color. And this was the first color we ever bought, the one that we did not buy today. And it kind of looks blue in here.
I told you it was blue.
You did tell me it was blue. I didn't believe you.
I said there's more blue in there than you think. You were like, it's gray. And I was
Yeah.
like, it's blue.
So I think this one probably for me is out. Let's not tell my parents and let's ask their opinion. But what do you think? Do you think this one's out?
I don't know. I need to see it a different way.
Okay, these two, if I'm just basing it off of what we have here and not taking into consideration our cabinet colors and all of that, I think they did a really good job with this color because I just want it to be a tad darker.
You gotta remember, we're gonna have black appliances.
Well,
oh, time out. We have a black appliance. We have a sink.
Oh, but it's matte black. Our black that we're saying is not like your standard black. It's like a black stainless steel. So it still has like gray undertones in it. So
But I feel like that is too dark to
yeah,
go
but
next.
we could actually see it up against the sink that's currently buried in more of your things that have multiplied. Those haven't even been unboxed yet. Wait till you see those, y'all. But of these two, man, it's hard because I like this color. You like this one?
Uh-huh.
I do like this one. I just feel like
Here, hold it down. Let's see it.
it's so similar to what we already had.
It's
like,
darker.
It is darker, and I think it's gonna look nicer with the appliances. I'm probably gonna do a matte black drawer pull and cabinet pulls, so I think it will look nice with that, but this is really pretty to me, actually.
But that won't look too dark. Remember you said let's not make it dark.
Yeah, I feel like it will pull out the silver that is in the stainless steel black appliance. Like, you remember how we looked at it and it kind of, you could see the silver color? I feel like it's gonna pull that color out, but I think you have a good idea. We should go unbury our sink and just...
I looked at the pile. I don't think it's a great idea anymore. It's not a great idea.
I'll handle it, y'all. Watch this.
Oh, look at that.
There we go.
So, we had the black sink, we have the granite, and we have original, the blue color she thought she liked, the lighter gray, and the darker gray. Man, what do you think?
It's definitely this one's out. That's too blue. It looks like sky blue in here.
You said that was 100% the color you loved. I went to Lowe's and I did so much work with those guys. I was like, I need to know the color of this display. And he was like, okay.
It was probably the fact that it was in this beautiful kitchen setup. Like you know how Lowe's has all the, y'all saw it. It was probably just the whole kitchen that was selling me on that. It was beautiful there, but they had more like white sink, white cabinets, things like that, that's pretty with white, but that's a little bit too light for us. So I think it's these two, and I think, although I hate to say it, I think you may be right. I think it's probably this color.
Now granted, there will never be paint next to the sink, but there will be paint next to the dishwasher.
Right.
And like, you know what I mean? So, and plus it's not a shiny, so it's not gonna be perfect.
Right, right. I think it looks good though. I think it's a pretty color. We just did 2 little light coats so that it would dry quickly so we could show you guys, but what do you think? Would you guys pick option 1, option 2, or option 3?
They're probably all picking the original color we had.
Yeah, or the original, the OG. I don't think this one, I wouldn't go back with something this light, especially because we have very light gray walls, so it just kind of made everything feel like the same color, like gray on gray on gray. I like gray.
Well, let's go check the wall versus that.
Okay, I like gray, but I don't like it that much. Should we go?
Right here, to our future hole in the wall. So now.
It looks so dark over here. This is gray though. I think this one looks the nicest with that.
That looks just a tad too dark. It's all not a back. It's just a little too dark.
Right, I agree. I think you're right.
Oh, did y'all hear that?
Again, he's right. That's because he was complimenting me earlier at the Lowe's store about his 2 favorite things. So yeah, I think I'm sold on option 2. Let's go look at stain colors. So now on to stain colors. So I'm gonna put this one down for a sec. And
clearly it's the one we liked outside.
yes, so should we tell them kind of our idea about this wall? That it's not probably
This wall's
permanent?
staying for right now, but it's not gonna be.
Yes, we won't be making probably a drastic change to it, but this was like fence posts.
Pressure treated fence boards.
Fence boards. So like you can see the green in it.
Even though it's sanded, the green's still there.
Yeah, and like the pieces are a little uneven, and we like the look of it. We just don't necessarily like the finish of it.
The execution could have been better.
Yeah. Well, and I think the material used probably. So like what we were looking at today is probably just doing a cedar wall, like a true cedar tongue and groove wall and accents. So the color is going to change.
It'll be a
just
little bit redder.
Yeah, just a little bit. So with that in mind, which color do you guys think goes best?
Or are you waiting for them to answer?
I am just thinking like, no, I'm not. I am waiting for you to answer because I can't make a decision. But keep in mind, if we go with this color, there it is. There it is. That's so pretty to me. And there it is. So I originally liked Jacobine because it picks up like the grays
Yeah.
in that. I don't know that I necessarily love Jacobine up against this color.
It's honey.
It is honey.
The answer's
He's
honey.
just giving it away.
Well, I'm just saying, I know what you want.
Right.
Outside in the sun, because it's so bright,
Yeah.
you liked them all. But in here, in the normal house lighting, there might
Yeah.
be more light when we're done.
Right.
But that's what you're gonna want. So it's gonna be a table, and that's gonna be the legs of the table.
Yeah, and like the bench and stuff.
And that color will match all that over there.
Right, and then I guess we can go ahead and talk about it. We're gonna have a piece built here, and it's gonna have like barn sliding doors.
Same size, same color as that.
Yeah, so it'll be mostly this color, and then just a few pieces on it will be this. And then over here, possibly, we're gonna talk about that in a second, we are thinking about an entertainment console that, again, mostly honey color with just a few of option 2 paint accents. So I think that looks great together, and it ties in nicely with the wall. Like this is a pretty big contrast. I think this is all nice together. So that's my decision. Let's see what Executor Lolo says when she gets here later.
Which brings us to our next point. Several of y'all suggested, actually 100% of y'all suggested that we are putting the living room in the wrong location.
Yes, so we think this is a great location because we have the great big windows here that we can look out. We have a nice wall for the television. Plus, from sitting here, which will be the main couch we sit on, we can see the back view. But some of you have suggested.
100% of them. And no one liked this area, but like 3 people.
Yeah.
Everyone else said it has to go in front of the fireplace.
Yes, which is typically true in a home. Like the fireplace is the heart of the home. But
Y'all see that? She just took a pause to check out that new TV I just installed.
yeah, which I am very shocked about. So when we measured, I really thought we'd be lucky to get a 30-inch TV up there, but he says that's a 50-inch TV, which surprisingly looks pretty good from this area. Now, when you're in the kitchen or if you were over in the dining or whatever and you're trying to look at the TV, it is a little bit small, but I do want to take you guys up on your suggestion and just see what would our furniture look like over here before we make those final decisions on the furniture that's being made, because maybe you're right. And the other thing that I'm having a problem with is this is a really big room. Like compared to this space, I don't know if it translates well on the video, but this is very small compared to that room. As you know, I don't cook a lot. We don't necessarily entertain a lot. If we do, we're usually outside. So to have such a big area for a dining space, I don't know, kind of feels like a waste to me. Like we're gonna be spending our time indoors, probably in the living room. So I think just having a bigger space is probably better, but we are gonna try it out.
You missed the most important thing.
What?
We can literally put the biggest TV they make on that wall.
With exception of, I do want it to fit under or over our entertainment console. So yes, we could put the biggest TV ever there because it's huge, and we don't know necessarily that the ceiling, or what is this? The fan is gonna stay, but it's a big wall and you still get all the views. I think that was what most people were saying. Like if you're sitting here, you can enjoy the...
Well, watch this. I'm gonna sit on the couch.
Right.
Ah, nice relaxing day after work. There's the TV. Oh look, there's outside.
Yeah, and if I happen to be on this couch, which is our love seat, I mean, that view's not so bad either. I'm okay with that view if I were to be on this couch. In all honesty, we know we're all gonna be on that couch over there, but you still get all the views.
Attempt number 1 at our new living room in front of the fireplace. Yeah, are y'all ready?
Let me move.
Boom. So it looks good, but it's not. So here's the couch. It's perfectly in the middle of the TV. And then here's our other couch, which overlaps that one because, well, there's a walkway right there. And then we have our ottoman, which is right here taking up the whole area. But look at this, whoever's sitting right here, gonna be nice and cozy.
And the previous homeowner told me, if you choose to use this fireplace, the entire room you will be burned out of because it gets very hot. So I think even if you're on this couch over here, you're probably gonna be sweating. But I do get the idea that this would be cool. I think we would have had to buy smaller furniture, like things that weren't so deep.
And here's the reference for the kitchen. So like we're kind of in that walkway, which is weird, which is why we thought it would never work, because in our eyes, when you walk out of the garage, so like I'm coming into the garage right here, walkway, this is a walkway. Well, now there's a piece of furniture in it. So just generally walking around, I got to take a veer turn. A veer turn. I gotta watch out for that, you know what I mean? So like here it is from this point of view. A beer turn.
A beer?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying beer.
Well, maybe that too.
It's like, is that like a stumble? And then, yeah, like you have this whole huge room.
But because that's right there, and our beer turn, this space kind of gets encroached on a little bit right here.
Yeah.
So you don't really have this space. You're back to like, I think you actually have less room over here now.
I think that if you had a standard size couch, not so deep, and you put a recliner, you could do that over there. If like you were just a couple and no kids, like that might work. And if you loved entertaining and needed the world's biggest dining room, maybe it would work. But for us and how we're gonna use the house, I can assure you, if I'm entertaining that many people at the house, we are outdoors because they are coming with all of their kids. And kids don't like to be indoors. So we'll be outside.
I think we should swap it.
Like put this couch over here?
And see how, but
Oh, like the long couch?
no, swap the love seat to over there.
Oh, okay.
And free this area up and then see what it looks like.
Okay.
Option number 2 is actually better, but it's got its own things. Still have our little veer turn where it's kind of in the walkway. But this whole area right here is super free now.
Right, and if we think about our future plans, come over here. We are considering getting rid of this door completely, opening up this wall here so that we enter through our mudroom. So you would enter, it wouldn't necessarily be in your walkway, but you would enter, turn, and then go. This definitely makes more sense because you can get through the couches. There's plenty of space over there. You don't feel like you're in the walkway of the door back there. It feels bigger this way. So
Okay, so I think first we were thinking about the room as just that.
Yeah.
When you think about the room as the whole space,
Right.
maybe it makes more sense because now it does, I mean, I still feel every time I walk by that that's too close to me.
Yeah, especially if we put a trash can here, it's gonna close this.
So that's how the living room would look, but then you gotta remember, no door, but door over there. So you're gonna walk basically into the corner of our living room.
Yeah, and to me, it's a little weird walking into the back of a couch, but I mean, it is an option.
This is better than option 1.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% better. I mean, I could almost get down with this.
It's still a little weird because right here, I feel like it's missing something right here.
Well, we would have furniture here. We'd probably have a rug. Like, you could probably a plant or something. Like, you would dress this up and it wouldn't feel so odd right here. But to me, until that wall was opened up over there, I probably wouldn't know if I'd actually like it. But again, it brings me back to why do I want such a small living room when I have this huge space over here and I still get to enjoy the views from the couch.
Does that feel weird when you walk out of that room?
I think it does because we've had the couches here for so long now. They feel out of place to me.
They feel like our kids have been messing around.
Right, and I think in my head I've already like placed the furniture, you know, where I think I want things. So I think I'm still probably dining room here. I don't know, maybe when it gets here we'll change our minds, but we did want to see it just to see, because that wasn't something we had even considered, because we just assumed the TV would be too small and we would be like looking through the fan from the kitchen, which you actually aren't. Come look at
Well, here's the funny part. People always say, well, you should put the couch there so they can see the views. Well, right now I actually can't see any views.
Yeah, unless you were on this couch.
But even then, I had to come all the way over here to get a good view.
Yeah.
And I have to come all the way over here to get a good view.
Yeah.
So having the view is not really having the view.
Right. But it is good from like over here. Like if you look at the TV, you have a direct sight line, no fan interference. Like it's it would just be a little small. My eyes are getting old now. I can't like read things that are little on the screen anymore. So bigger is better in terms of TV for me. But this was nice. I mean, that was a good suggestion that you guys made and probably something that we wouldn't have considered.
So for all those people who thought we should put the living room right here, after seeing it, do you still think the living room should go right here? Or do you think we should go back over there with the living room? All right, Alecia needs more help from you guys making a decision because I've given her all the boy parameters, but she still insists that because of Pinterest or the internet has convinced her she can do it. So we gotta talk about our options.
Pinterest and HGT are the downfall of many relationships, I'm sure, because we see inspiration things online and we just think, of course that's gonna work in my space. So, after much thought and consideration, and a lot is in thanks to you guys, my mom, and just thinking things out about the original princess bed that we thought we were going to do, we have forgone that idea.
Also, because we got the price tag on princess bed and it's a princess price tag, so plan B. No longer getting a princess bed. Also, it was gonna be pretty inconvenient.
Well, yeah, so, I mean, if we had 10-foot ceilings, 9-foot ceilings, maybe it would have worked for a bit longer, but because these are only 8-foot ceilings, putting a loft up top for the girls to play in really didn't allow them to have much space below because you needed to give them enough headroom to move. Plus, we have these really dangerous windows that would have been in their play area, and I kind of was a little about that. And then many of you mentioned that it was going to be very hot down below because those princess beds were very closed off. They were going to be dark, they were going to be hot because no air was circulating through them. So we have convinced the girls that princess beds are out and we found some bunk options. Should we show them?
You should probably show them the picture.
Okay.
Because I don't know how to call it what it's called.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called either. So what we're working with, just traditional bunks are usually twin beds. We have 2 queen beds for the girls. A, because we know they're gonna be tall, and B, it's because it's what we had in our RV, and they really love these mattresses. So here was my inspiration photo that I said, Kevin, just recreate this. And then he started telling me all the things that were wrong with this picture because of this room. So explain some of the challenges of this, recreating it in here.
Challenge 1, she wanted it on that wall, which puts a window in one of the kids' space no matter what, which she said she doesn't want because physically it will not work sideways that way. Also, if you do it between the windows, you have these dumb, useless parts of the room now.
Yeah, it made like little
hallways.
less than 30-inch hallways on both sides of the bed, and it just didn't work out well because it made that area of the room pretty much useless.
So here's what I did. I flipped the design, put the lower bed on the left side and the stairs on the right side. Also, the stairs are not the same. So this is what we have. There's the lower bed, there's the upper bed. So when you first walk into the room, it looks like this. So it's not really impeding anything. There are the beds, and then over here, instead of having a ladder like in the picture, we're gonna have, I think, 4 or 5 steps up to this top bunk, which we measured it out. It's a little hallway, but because of the way Alecia wants to do the furniture in here and store toys, that'll be okay.
Yeah, we've got a million stuffed animals that can go in that corner. The thing I like best too is that we can still open these big closet doors. They don't get in the way. And there's still plenty of room, like if we wanted to put a dresser or other furniture or their toys and place stuff
And still
in
a
here.
TV over here.
Are they getting a TV?
They might.
They might. So they enjoyed their TV in the toy hauler when we had the RV. They like to watch movies in there at night, so we might let them have a TV. I haven't decided yet, but they could still see it from either bunk, so that might work.
Also, I improved the idea, so instead of a ladder, I'm gonna build steps. And each step will be a fold-up drawer to store things. And then on the inside, like you see this little lip right here, this will be a walkway to the bottom bunk. And on the inside of the steps, there'll be cubby holes, I guess unused space from the steps, that we can store things for Kayla.
Right, and that's the part of this design that
So you
she
see like
really
that?
liked. Yeah, I can make this bigger. So she liked this area because she says that's a space I could put my things. And so we really kind of wanted to deliver that for her somehow.
So instead of a ladder, we make this into steps. Each step has a fold-up door.
Compartment.
And then the unused space, she'll have like probably 3, 2, and 1 little cubby holes.
Little cubbies that she can put all her favorite things in. She was a little bummed about not getting the top bunk. Ashlyn claimed that, and so her compromise was, if I have a place where I can put all my things, all my monkeys, then that's it. So she was happy with the bottom bunk after that, which made me feel a little better because she's still really young. But in all honesty, they're probably both going to be sleeping up top or both sleeping on bottom because they've slept together for so many years. But
And the reason you want steps is because we have a third kid who's not going to want to be away from them. He's going to want to be up there too. And if we have a ladder, he's going to try to climb the ladder and he's going to fall off the ladder.
And he has mastered steps. Now I know these may be a little steeper, but he is a master at steps. At my parents' house, he can go up and down them without any help. He in fact will not let you touch his hand when he's coming down the steps. So I feel a lot better about steps, and I think it's just a way better use of the room. This is when I'm glad that I have a partner that doesn't think like me, because I just see a pretty picture and I'm like, let's do it. But then he's like the analytical one and he really thinks it through, and he's like, you're giving up way too much floor space for this bed. Let's make some alterations. And now we have a lot of usable space.
Do you want to see the new bed Caden's getting? Monster truck's out.
Oh, yeah.
Something way better is in. Baby boy has the most echoey room, but we'll cut to the chase. Monster truck bed's out, and because of my new job and what Caden apparently loves, John Deere tractor bed is in.
Yes, I think I've said this in a previous video, but Bubba does not say a lot of words yet. But one of the words he says often, anytime he sees that green and yellow, John Deere. John Deere, John Deere tractor. He loves him some John Deeres. If you put a John Deere tractor in front of him or a monster truck, he's going for the tractor every time. So we decided to make a modification and do a John Deere bed. Should we bring the mattress in or do we need it? Okay.
Just show them how awesome that bed is.
Okay.
I got to choose this one. I went and found, she showed me one. I was like, let me one up you. This one has lights.
Yes, and it's got storage in the front for all his toys or books or whatever. And it's got a steering wheel. Come on. Like, he's gonna love this bed. I've seen some paint variations where they put their names up by the John Deere. Like, there's lots of options. I love the little wheels. I think they're so cute. And I think he's honestly, like, he'll be excited to sleep in this bed, and maybe it'll mean we can stop co-sleeping. Fingers crossed.
So that's why I get to get all the new tools, because I have to build whatever you call their bunk bed. I get to build a John Deere tractor bunk bed. And we're gonna be building a lot of things in this house, it looks like.
Yeah, and that bed is gonna come this way. Originally I had told you guys the monster truck is gonna go this way because we wanted to showcase those wheels. That one's gonna come this way, and then he'll have his little front load with all the toys and things up front. So it's gonna be cool. Also, tell me how much he's gonna love this. Like standing in his bed and looking out to the cows.
He's gonna be like, I have a tractor, am I gonna feed you?
He's so cute. When my mom is here and she's watching him for us while we're working inside, he goes to the fence and picks up grass or a stick and tries to feed them. He really wants them to come, so we gotta get some range cubes.
What do you think about our living room?
I do not know. What is it?
Not bad. Not bad.
I do not know.
What do you think about the living room?
I don't know.
If it was
What?
something pretty to look at,
Yeah.
that's not pretty right
Well,
there.
that's our TV. That's the biggest TV you can get. It's a 50 inch.
Oh, that's a deal breaker. Deal breaker.
So what do you think, really?
I like it. I like it better than I thought I would.
It's weird with it being in the, to me, it's still weird it feels like it's right
You
here.
gotta walk around, but you've got room. But your table's gonna be lost.
Yeah.
There's too much room here for y'all size of table.
It's not terrible.
I think maybe, wintertime would be good.
We just flip-flop the rooms.
Flip them. But what else you gonna put there?
That's what Alecia says. Now that's a giant room, and like, how big of a table do you have to make the room not look like weird?
You have to have a huge table. I mean, your little table would be, mark the table off. That's what y'all need to do.
Yeah, it's only a 6-foot table. We had to tell the guy we need like a 12-foot table.
We have not told her what our opinions are, so we're gonna go see, let's go to the kitchen first. Okay, so this is our black, but remember it was that black stainless steel. We don't really need this one yet, but so original color, that was the color of the island, that was one, and that was one of the little cabinets. She's picking that one. Okay, now let's go this way. Bottom of the table,
Okay.
accents, cabinets. Top of the table, most of the other pieces that we picked. It's very dark. And we can go outside too if you want, but I said if you need to go outside too. The lighting's not the best right here. Now the clouds are out.
Is that one or that one?
Okay. Do you want to know our choices?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we immediately nixed that one. We said the honey,
Yeah.
but we both said
The middle.
this one.
Let me go see. That might be too dark with all the dark.
That's kind of what we thought. It
Yeah.
would, well, and then when we put it up, put it up against this wall color over here, where the light's still a little better, it was like a pretty big contrast.
Yeah. I think that would be too dark.
So we think cabinets that color, top of all the tables and everything that color.
Go back over here.
Yeah, it'd be good. I think this.
Now remember, this is a boring black. The black you're gonna see next to our dishwasher and everything will be a shiny.
That stainless steel black.
So it's not a perfect black, it'll be more glossy and shiny. Oh, why didn't we do that the first time?
I know, that's a way better idea.
Yeah, I think
I think this is too close to it.
Too dark, yeah.
Yeah, I think
it would
it's
just
gonna make it all
go
dark.
in. That's good.
Okay.
And so that's gonna be all the cabinets.
All the cabinets.
And then
bottom
all the
of
furniture that
table.
she's having built.
Let me know what your thought is on this. I thought about taking this color and painting the fireplace that's currently white into this color.
Well, we got to bring it over there. Now remember, we don't know if this is our living room or not yet. Actually, I think she already said it's not.
Ooh, then we can stain this top one in this honey color. This
No, you would
mantle.
leave that.
Oh man.
You'd leave that.
So imagine that color
Yeah.
brick. She already
Yeah.
said yeah.
I just think that with the new color scheme and with everything going a little bit darker, that this white is gonna stick
Look,
out.
it matches the couches too.
Yeah, once we get, it really does. I planned that. Like this one kind of matches that pillow. I think this white is gonna stick out like a sore thumb once we get everything all here and decorated. But
If you're leaving those walls out, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
That should stay.
I'm
And what do
kind
you do if it's just black?
yeah, I think this whole thing needs to be,
That's actually probably not gonna be there, I'm not gonna lie. We're probably gonna make that a real fireplace with like the opening doors.
yeah, that needs to be addressed. I mean, it already
It's
has
got a
the
cord with nowhere to
doors.
plug it into.
Yeah, I mean, there is a plug over
Oh, you have
there,
to,
but
you have to use the extension cord. No one wants to do that, we have kids.
yeah, and plus if he says like it's as hot as he says it is, then maybe we don't want one like this. Maybe we just want a standard fireplace. I don't
I just
know.
want an opening with a door. So I can close it
A
off and not see
door?
the ash.
Like a screen or like an actual door?
Well, I had a screen before and I hated it.
Yeah, the screen
I'd like to have
is
the
like,
door.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see about that, but this feels big. But for now, I mean, if we don't replace it right away, I think even just painting it and getting it back to black or like a dark gray color.
So you go to Lowe's one time and all of a sudden we're painting everything?
I know, paint, 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 and you're building, building, building. We are true blue store enthusiasts.
Just trying to figure out how to take it off the wall.
Let's do it. I mean, we don't have any demos scheduled for today, so we could take a fireplace out of the wall.
Well guys, thanks for hanging out with us today and thanks for coming with me as I take Alecia to one of my favorite places in the world, the Blue Store. I think secretly she loves the Blue Store as much as me. She just won't let me know that because then she'll know we'll have something in common that we can do together all the time. Let us know what you think about all of our ideas and all the things we talked about today. Give us some suggestions, some pointers, some hints, some things to do. And leave in the comments down below how many times you think Alecia will go to the Blue Store between now and the next time we see you guys. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. We love you and we'll see you in the next one.
Okay, so we have our couches back where we think they look best. What you doing over here?
Just watching my 80-inch TV.
Just watching your 80-inch TV? Let me go do some size comparison. Oh my goodness. You truly have a home theater if you get an 80-inch TV.
Just based on the TV size, this is where the living room
Hey,
should go.
you could put a 50-inch TV over there. I mean, just look that way. You could have 2 TVs. You could be like a bar. Have both games going at the same time.
Or I could get 4 50 inches on that wall.
Yeah. So this is kind of what I think. Texans, everything is bigger in Texas. There's a reason we say that. There's a reason we like this couch over here because Vanna over here is showing you that size versus that little blip. Of course we're putting it over here. Are we getting an 80-inch TV?
Maybe.
I think we're getting a 75-inch TV because we just measured out. Oh, this was supposed to be a blooper.
You can keep talking.
Yeah, this was supposed to be, I've lost my train of
It's
thought.
a TV stand.
There we go. Our entertainment console. That's what it's called. So yeah, we measured that out.
It was supposed to be 60 inches.
Yeah.
And she goes, what do you think? And I was like, it could be bigger. And she was like, you just want it bigger because however big that is how big of a TV I can get.
Yeah, so we went 10 inches bigger than we originally thought, and he got to increase his TV.
Ashton, what do you think of the TV?
You think that's a good size for a TV? Oh, look at that. She drew her new house. So pretty.
Thank you.
You like the TV size? Yeah? She doesn't care. Not as much as us.
Bubba, what do you see? What do you see? You see cows? What are they doing?
Can you tell the cow bye?